TRN News.
The Murfreesboro Police Department is announcing a major drug bust. An investigation was launched after an overdose death in the city in December. MPD seized over 60 pounds of methamphetamine, fentanyl, firearms, and money. It was a joint operation with the State National Guard and DEA task force. The case is ongoing. A man is dead after a two-car crash Wednesday night in Whitehaven, where one of the vehicles fled the scene. Police say the crash happened around 7 p.m. on Mill Branch Road, and the victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition but later pronounced dead. The driver of the other vehicle left before officers arrived. Roads in the area were closed for about an hour during the investigation but have since reopened. The case remains under investigation. I'm Scott Hooper.
Number one for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Every year, Steve Faircal climbs the stairs at the John Hancock Center in Chicago, 94 floors to the top.
It's called the hustle up the Hancock.
It's hard to believe when you watch Steve today that a few years ago, his lungs were failing and he was fighting to survive.
For 8 hours a day, someone was pounding on my chest to try and keep my lungs clear. I honestly don't think I had more than a couple weeks to live.
That's when Steve received the gift of life, a double lung transplant made possible by an organ donor.
After I got my new lungs, I started doing things that I had never been able to do. I never knew that breathing could feel this good.
Steve climbs to honor his donor and to raise awareness for organ, eye, and tissue donation.
Wouldn't you like that when you left this beautiful planet, that you could save a few lives on your way out? It's an incredible gift.
Imagine what you could make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation will halt all construction-related lane closures on interstates and state routes over the 4th of July holiday. 1.5 million Tennesseans are expected to hit the road next week, and the state wants to make sure the roads are ready for them. Construction will be stopped from noon on July 3rd through 6 a.m. on the 7th. Long-term lane closures will remain in place. A Hamilton County man is facing charges after being arrested in a 5-year-old murder cold case. Sanel Durakovic has been indicted for the murder of Patrick Godwin in 2020. Durakovic was initially charged in 2020 for the killing in Ottawa, but there wasn't enough evidence to bring murder charges. Authorities say a 5-year investigation led them to the rearrest of Durakovic. A motive for the killing remains unclear. And Chattanooga native Ace Briley is officially headed to the NBA. Briley was selected by the Utah Jazz with the 5th overall pick in Wednesday's NBA draft. I'm Scott Hooper, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A DeKalb County jury returned a guilty verdict Tuesday against a man charged with sexual battery by an authority figure. A grand jury indicted William Ryan Hudgens in 2023 after evidence showed that he committed the act against his 17-year-old niece. District Attorney General Bryant Dunaway said the incident occurred in the early morning hours of New Year's Day 2023 while the family from Michigan vacationed in a cabin. Putnam County's Budget Committee has recommended approval for the county's upcoming fiscal year budget. Under the proposed spending plan, the property tax rate will remain the same at $2.66. Prior to approval, the committee asked all department heads to cut 10% from their budget request. The cuts did not include the elimination of any of the 17 new employees requested from various departments. The commission will vote on the proposed budget at their July 28th meeting. TDOT will suspend all construction-related lane closures on interstates and state routes for the July 4th holiday weekend. The halt will take place from noon Thursday, July 3rd through Monday, July 7th, in order to provide maximum roadway capacity for travelers. AAA predicts 1.5 million Tennesseans hitting the road this holiday, a nearly 2% increase over last year. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Friday morning forecast. A heat advisory remains in effect through this evening. We'll be hot and muggy once more today with mostly sunny skies expected. Scattered showers and thunderstorms may develop in some locations this afternoon. 1 or 2 storms could be strong or even severe with damaging wind gusts, torrential rain, and dangerous lightning. Highs will top out around 90 with heat index values over 100. Skies will be partly cloudy overnight with a slight chance of a shower or storm. Lows will be around 70. Saturday will be more of the same with scattered storms developing in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We'll see continued chances for rain and storms Sunday with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune and dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 6:07.
Sunny today, but not in the 90s, in the upper 80s.
Oh, hey, a little cool down.
I feel like, whoa, that's great. 71 right now. We may get showers this evening.
I hope so.
We'll let Anthony Taylor, our meteorologist,
That's right.
tell you more about that later on. But yeah, not going to be as hot,
But
maybe,
still hot.
but still hot, yes.
A few things you need to know. Every Tennessee county recorded an unemployment rate of 5% or less. The national average is 4.9.
Not too bad.
So very good. Hardman County in southwestern Tennessee had the 5% rate. So they're the ones that, you know, if they had a 4.9, the whole state would have been at or below the national average. Thanks, Hardman County.
You had to
for
bring it on up.
ruining our stats.
Poor old Hardman.
Putnam County's unemployment rate is basically unchanged month to month. So
That's good.
we're in that 3.5, 3.6 range. Pretty much seems every month. If you're traveling over the 4th of July, a lot of people are. Record travel is predicted this year, according to AAA. Record travel in Tennessee. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is going to suspend all construction-related lane closures on the interstates and state routes. Started yesterday through 6 a.m. Monday, July 7th, to provide maximum roadway capacity for all the holiday travelers.
That's good.
That
I
is
like to hear
good.
that.
And it gives, you know,
But we do appreciate y'all making things better out in the hot, hot sun.
oh, man.
I can't. Oh, the asphalt and our roofers and all the people that work out in the
And
sun.
I saw a Henry Brothers roofing crew out. God bless them.
And you're thinking how hot
Yeah.
it is. And they're not just going in and out of their car.
No.
They're staying
They're
in that
on a
heat.
hot roof.
Mm.
And it didn't look like they were slower than normal either. They were
No,
still. I
they
mean,
get it.
it was amazing.
When I say
Anyway,
they get it, I'm sorry, it's old term for that. They're working hard, working fast.
They're getting after it. This will be a nice cool down coming up on July 10th, the WCTE PBS pool party at the Gilly Pool in McMinnville. There's going to be free book giveaways, poolside PBS Kids Bingo, photo opportunities with PBS character cutouts and themed backdrops, also free popsicles for all the young attendees. So,
you know, me and someone else yesterday were talking about how much CTE does for our community.
Oh yeah, they do a lot. This
Especially
is gonna
the
be fun.
kids.
Yeah,
They do that every year, I think, at Gilly Pool.
I don't know if it's at Gilly Pool, but I know they have a pool party every year.
You said Gilly Pool.
Right, this year's going to be at the Gilly Pool in McMinnville on July the 10th. Let's see here. I got one more. On Wednesday, July 2nd, the southbound lane of South Willow Avenue will be closed from Short Street to the Country Bumpkin entrance. This closure will be from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Rogers Group is going to do a concrete curb, gutter, and sidewalk installations there.
Oh, wow.
During the closure, southbound traffic will be shifted into the inner turn lane. Traffic cones, signs, and flaggers will be used, so watch out for them. That is on Wednesday, July the 2nd. So just be real careful about that.
So those of y'all complaining that Willow is so bad,
Yeah.
it's going to be worse that day.
It's been hot, and so yesterday I looked for a few dad jokes about it being hot. Let's see here. It's so hot I saw a funeral procession pull through Dairy Queen.
That's pretty good.
It's so hot cows are given evaporated milk.
I like it.
It's so hot I saw a bird pull a worm out of the ground with an oven mitt. It's so hot chickens are laying hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, I believe that one.
It's so hot E.L. James titled her next book 50 Shades of Red. It's so hot they installed a fan in the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's so hot Granny broke wind just to have a little breeze. Oh, okay.
Those are good. I
right.
like dad jokes.
I do too. It's so hot I started putting ice cubes in my water bed.
You know what? When you're going through menopause, that ain't a bad thing.
Yeah. It's so hot you can poach an egg in a pool. All right, that's all I got, Sheila. Those are only good ones. All right.
All right. It's time for your 2 cents. Freedom Pond.
That's who sponsors it.
They do. Freedom Pond, just such great people. They're at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
They still got that pontoon boat in their little lot
Do
to the
they?
side. I was hoping someone would have got that by now.
Yeah, I would have thought they'd sold that by now, especially summer's here.
Go get you a pontoon boat,
That's
guys.
right. On a pontoon.
Yeah, you can sing the pontoon boat song.
It's fun.
Get out on the lake just in time for 4th of July. What are you waiting on?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
You're gonna wait around. You're gonna wait around, and someone else is gonna buy that pontoon
Yeah,
boat.
you're thinking about buying it, and then you're like, I'll just wait and save up, and then
Yeah.
it'll be gone.
Maybe then your wife will be mad at you.
Yeah. I
Wish
thought
you'd-
you were going to get that
Wish you'd
pontoon
have bought
boat.
that pontoon boat. We could have been out on it right now. Oh, I missed it, honey.
You know exactly how we do.
They sold it.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You sound like your daddy when you do that.
Yeah, that's who I've heard it from.
Here's the question, your 2 cents. Which had you rather have, intelligence or good looks?
Ooh, I want to say, I don't know. Let me think on that for a
We're
second.
the lucky ones.
Yeah,
We have both.
When you have both, right, Sheila? When you're smart and beautiful.
Doing your hair back. I'd rather have intelligence,
Would you?
but because I can do up a little bit when I got the money to fix it.
Well,
fix
yeah,
stuff.
with these Snapchat filters,
Snapchat?
no one will ever know.
there's a lot of people where they use the filters so much.
Yeah.
That when you see them in person, you're like, whoa.
They're unrecognizable.
I'm like, that's how you really do it?
Yeah. 6:15 now, and coming up, we'll get into your answers on your 2 cents. You can find that on Facebook if you want to head over to Good Morning Cookeville on Facebook or Jason and Sheila on Facebook. It's on both of those, so go by and get it on today's your 2 cents, brought to you by Freedom Pond. It's Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pond, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pond Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pond, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. Thanks so much for tuning in today or streaming us in or whatever you call it these days. Watching us, streaming it,
looking at
it, whatever you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's 6:17.
Your 2 cents is brought to you by Freedom Pond of Sparta. They are your pontoon boat guys.
Yeah.
They got one of those.
You know what? And they've got remember we went down there and they had that Tennessee Les Paul?
Yeah, they still have that.
Still have it.
And they've got tons of great guitars, electric guitars, bass, just regular guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then your electric ones too. Yeah. They've got golf clubs, tools, and your gun and ammo store.
Yeah, the vaults.
Which had you rather have? Intelligence or good looks?
Well, I thought about it during the commercials there, Sheila.
Okay.
And I think I am going to go with good looks.
You are?
Yeah.
You're in the minority.
Really?
Everybody.
Well, yeah.
Everybody has said intelligence.
I've known a lot of smart people that can't get out of their own way and couldn't ever find a good job. I've known a lot of pretty people who can't really do anything.
And they get good jobs.
Somehow get good jobs. So I'm looking at this factually. I'm not looking at what would I rather be. I'm looking at how am I going to stay in a job? And I think you got to be a little pretty to do it.
I think you need a little bit of both.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
But I told you to choose. And our friend Steve with... Win Production, Stephen Victoria.
Right.
He said, hard to decide which one to get rid of. That's our guy, Steve.
I like him. I like old Steve.
Lynn, she always has smart answers, too.
Yeah.
I love her answers. She said, intelligence can tweak any shortcoming, but I never heard of a nose job increasing brain cells. So she'd rather have intelligence.
No, I understand. I understand that. I do. But let's say, and let's just all be real truthful with ourselves.
We all like pretty people.
We all like pretty people.
Don't deny it. You think you may not, but if you have, let's just say a not so pretty person in front of you and a pretty one.
Yeah. you're probably going to choose the pretty
You're
one.
gonna lean toward the pretty
I
one.
mean, that stat after stat after stat. How many times have we talked about that in one of our crazy stories?
Yeah.
That's so many people polled, and
usually when they look good, they got a little bit of charm to them if they're men and women.
that's true too.
Usually they do.
Yeah.
Because they know.
Confidence to me is way more.
Confidence to me is sexy.
Well, that and confidence is way more important than intelligence.
I thought about that for just a second. It's true.
It's true. You have to have some smarts. Let's just go ahead and say that. You can't be an idiot. But if you got a little bit of smarts
And a lot of passion with what you're doing and confidence,
right,
that can overtake the world.
it could overtake anything. So I don't know. I think I'm still leaning toward good looks over
I
good
think you're
intelligence.
putting even more into good looks than because if you just have good looks and you don't know how to charm and talk to people,
Yeah.
that's a waste.
Well, no, I agree with that. I mean, but I don't. No one is that dumb, really.
Some might be. I mean, we're on the roads every day. We see it.
I know, but I mean, I've known super
Dumb
smart
drivers.
people that can't match their socks.
No common sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
anyway, go ahead.
Well,
I'm probably
Kevin-
wrong.
Okay, Kevin says intelligence. Thomas says intelligence. Robin says intelligence. Tex intelligence. Johnny Ferguson even says intelligence.
Well, there
We
y'all.
know Johnny.
Y'all are all lying to yourselves.
I don't think so.
So you would choose intelligence over looking like Sofia Vergara? That's a tough one right there,
Sophia,
Sheila.
you know how much I love Sophia.
Yeah. But let's just say that, Sheila, we're going to take this many brain cells, which,
Oh, how many?
so, but when we do, you're going to look like Sofia Vergara. What do you choose? And be truthful.
Yeah, but I was thinking
Yeah.
if you're going to take brain cells, but I look like that, I bet you would get a lot of places in the world.
Who wouldn't?
People would use you for your looks, and you'd probably get more
Yeah,
of those that take advantage of you.
that's right. You think if somebody looked like Sofia Vergara walked in someplace, she wouldn't be getting the job
And free beers and everything.
and whatever else you want? Wow. This is a simple question, and y'all are making it hard trying to be smart about it.
Y'all are making it hard. See, we're already smart. We're overthinking.
You're overthinking it all. That's crazy.
Already smart, just overthinking it.
Is everybody else saying intelligence? I don't have
Everybody.
Not one person.
Not
has
one
said good
person
looks.
said good looks.
You are kidding me.
Would I do that?
I probably.
Let's go over to the Good Morning Cookeville page and see if they said anything
I
different.
doubt it. It seems like everybody's
Doubt
against
it?
me. That's okay.
Everybody's against you. Yeah, they knew what you were going to say.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
Oh my god.
Intelligence wins. But I've seen people date dumb people that look pretty. Or
Absolutely.
handsome.
100%. See it all the time.
They're like, he ain't too smart, but boy, he sure looks good.
Right. He might be smart at something.
Looks.
Yeah. You can be. I don't know if you can be smart at looks.
Well, I don't know why.
He's so smart at looking.
There is, I don't know why it irritates me so much to see like a beautiful woman and her not know how to use her looks.
Oh, that is irritating.
It's very irritating. I'm thinking
Yeah.
if I had that, I'd know how to get things.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know how to be charming. Psst.
Yeah, that's
But
all.
you know what? I guess if you had good looks, you don't need charm.
Yeah, you still need a little charm.
You're gonna get
I
further.
think so. Yeah. I mean, listen, I was telling you yesterday. I said, I've made it through life on
Good looks and charm. And being humble.
and being humble. But really, because I mean, I know you get mad when I say it, but I'm not I'm not the smartest guy.
I get mad when he says that. Like, I pick on him all the time, but he's like, I'm not the smartest guy,
Well,
Jenny.
I didn't do good in school. I didn't finish college.
Well, I said he's got street smarts. He's pretty smart on stuff.
So,
I'm smart on coming up with like great promotions and things like that.
I guess what I'm trying to say in this is that you can get by in life.
Do you just want to get by, Jason? Or do you want to win?
Well, I know a lot of really, really smart people with really big degrees, and
a lot of them are doing great.
Oh, some of them are. Some of them are working at Starbucks.
You have to have initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with working at Starbucks. But you're talking about if you've got two or three degrees.
But if you have a biology degree.
Yeah.
And you worked and you went to school all that time.
It's just like I feel about if you got good looks and don't know how to use it for your benefit. If you got a degree and don't know how to use it.
Right. So
why waste all that time getting one, right?
So, I guess everybody's got some tools that they've been given, and we just need to learn how to use them, whether that's brain, looks, charisma, charm.
I'm glad I got a little dab of all of it. Just a little dab. That's better than just one or the other.
Like a quarter cup of each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix it all up.
You're like a cake, Sheila.
Oh, I'm a cake and a teddy bear. He called me Paddington one time.
Yeah.
Because I had in the winter, I had a blue coat and a red hat.
Did you ever go see the Paddington movie?
I didn't.
You should have. Well, I think they're re-showing it at Dogwood Park because it's the one that got rained out, isn't it?
No, the Wicked one got
one
rained out.
Oh, because it's wicked.
They may show that again in October or try to have it in October.
Today is National Bingo Day, Sheila.
And you just talked about bingo with WCTE with the kids.
And I miss playing bingo as an adult. Yesterday we had was it the Oxford House? They're doing a fundraiser. That's
Oxford
a bingo.
House, we had Miss Lakeisha Starks, who is the coordinator there, the outreach coordinator, and they're having a bingo fundraiser.
But we can't go
at Highlands Elite.
But
it's for those in recovery.
That's right. So maybe somebody should do a bingo, just a bingo. Maybe we should.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We could have like all the radio stations do a bingo.
You know who should lead that?
Who?
Ray.
Yeah, she'd be good.
She'd love calling those numbers out.
She'd make sure nobody cheated too.
Yeah. She'd keep everybody in line.
Today is also National Ice Cream Cake Day.
Do you like ice cream cake?
No, it's not my favorite.
It depends, but I like just ice cream.
Speaking of ice cream, does anybody know when the Lazy Cow's opening?
I think they were moving in this week.
Yeah, but I mean, how long is that going to take?
You're like, get moved and get us some ice cream.
I need to know because now that it's right across the street, I need to know.
Well, we should know more than anybody then if it's right across the street. I'm looking it up. Right. You go ahead and do your thing.
Today is National Onion Day.
They get a bad rap, but I do like onions.
Well, what's funny is, and she does this with garlic too. Donna thinks, my beautiful wife, thinks if she's had onion or garlic that I don't want to kiss her. Here's the deal.
You just think she's lovely no matter what.
No, I like the way onions and garlic smells and tastes.
Oh, okay.
So, what's wrong with having, she's kind of like having an Italian.
Yeah.
Got that garlic and
and then maybe a little bit of oregano in there.
Hey,
I'm
Italiana.
Italiana.
Yeah.
Hey, it says that they are still moving in. This was 2 days ago, and it said follow us for grand opening news. So they haven't posted any grand opening news yet.
Well, we
still getting moved.
Need to get busy on that.
It's looking great over there. Lazy Cows.
I'm going to get they have milkshakes, don't they?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Because I'm going to get a milkshake when they open.
Because it brings all the boys to the yard.
No, I'm going to get it on a Friday, so that way I got the weekend to recover from it. Yeah. Having dairy's like it used to be when I drank too much.
It's the new drunk.
It is.
I felt that way the other night. You know how sometimes you have a little evening craving?
Yeah.
And I got an ice cream, and I was sorry I did. I felt so bloated.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even eat that much of it.
Yeah.
But it was like because then I laid down by an hour after that and didn't let it digest good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what was I thinking?
Right. Yeah. If I've had a milkshake and up past 10, whew, feel like I've been out drinking all night. Isn't that terrible?
Oh, getting old.
Yeah. Today is also National Sunglasses Day. So
Love a good pair of sunglasses. I
keep
think
those
they are
sunglasses.
underrated.
what, sunglasses?
Take care of your
When did
eyes.
sunglasses become underrated? Whoever said that?
Well, I just think
I mean, you don't charge a couple $100 for something that's underrated.
that's true.
Of course, I don't ever buy those, but
I mean, I've got 3 or 4 in my car, you know, and I change that with my mood.
it's about time for me to.
People have made fun of me before, so that's why I thought they've been underrated. But I got to keep up with
Yeah.
the trends.
It's about time for me to get my Amazon order again.
Yeah, he gets a box of what, 200?
Oh, just 12. I buy a dozen pair of the same sunglasses.
When he puts those little cheap sunglasses on, he puts them on like he's putting on a $500 pair.
Well, they're like.
You did that yesterday. You walk out your office and he has a different face when he puts his sunglasses on.
That's not
I do
true.
too. I do
That's
too,
not
though.
true.
I didn't know I did either. Somebody told me I did too. I'll put sunglasses on them. I'm like, you think you're cool.
That's not. I don't do that.
You do.
You're making that up.
He feels cool in his sunglasses.
That's some sort of tale you've come up with.
I'm going to ask the other people at the radio station.
Well, I know what they'll say.
Yes, Sheila, you're right.
No, they won't. It's 6:31 now, and coming up, we've got spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music. I think the Diddy trial wraps up today, so I think we got an update in there about the Diddy trial.
The Diddy.
So stick around for that. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco was found guilty in a Dominican Republic court of sexual abuse of a minor yesterday. Franco received a suspended 2-year prison sentence for having a relationship with a 14-year-old when he was 21. The mother of the victim was convicted of sex trafficking and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker received a 10-game ban from the NFL yesterday. The NFL found that Tucker had violated the league's personnel conduct policy. Tucker is a free agent and can serve the suspension as a free agent. He can kick again on November 11th. Alabama football picked up a commitment from the number 3 running back in the class of 2026 yesterday. 4-star Xavier Crowell chose Bama over Auburn, Florida State, Georgia, and Texas. Crowell joins Bama from Jackson High School, the reigning champions in Class 4A in Alabama. The Atlanta Braves were shut out by the New York Mets yesterday 4-0. Marlins toppled the Giants 12-5. Astros over the Phillies 2-1. Cubs shut out the Cardinals 3-0. The Tigers beat the A's 8-0. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Morning Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:34. This weekend, some cool programming on our radio stations. 94.7 The Country Giant has Red, White, and Country.
Yeah.
Be playing your favorite songs and favorite patriotic songs all weekend long because we start Freedom Week tomorrow in Gainesboro. Gainesboro's kicking everything off. First one with fireworks.
There's stuff in the bus.
In
for the
downtown.
kids.
They got all kinds of fun stuff to do. It starts at 2, and you can go at 2 and have some festivities. Fireworks goes off around 9. But good eats, good fun, good everything. That's in Gainesboro tomorrow for Stuff the Bus, Stolen Coin, and Cassie. They've done a really great job of putting all this together. So,
And the whole town gets in on that. They've got flags around the courthouse, and they have the fireworks at
it
dusk.
looks like a daggum Hallmark movie.
It does. It's great.
It does. So we'll be out there tomorrow. Philip Gibbons will be there from 1 to 3 tomorrow. Plus, we'll have our Red, White, and Country weekend going. Then on 106.1 The Eagle, it's an Eagles weekend. And
I love that. I mean,
playing. I think Freaky Dave told me they were doing 2 Eagles songs an hour.
and if you think about how many number one hits they've had,
so many.
That's going to be a great weekend.
Absolutely.
So if you're not listening to those 2 stations, you're missing out because it's going to be programmed really good.
And the Eagle has tickets to the Eagle Maniacs, the tribute band that Hip Cookeville's got coming. They're going to be giving away all weekend, too.
Nice.
So good stuff all weekend here with Cookeville Communications. It's 6:36 now.
Our guest this morning after 7 o'clock, our good friend Terry Ritter.
All right.
With Cookeville Art Studio and Gallery. Painting with the Stars is actually coming up on July 17th.
Oh, well.
We're going to be a part of
I'm
that.
sure she wants me back.
She does. He had the highest bid on the painting.
Well, of the people from the radio station. I don't know if I beat everybody or not, but I know I beat you suckers.
That was the second.
It's all right.
Also, Sean Jacobs with the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree.
Yeah.
Will be coming in and they're talking about that. It's always the July 4th weekend.
Absolutely.
So that'll be good to talk about that.
That's coming up next weekend. Whoa, it's busy
Yeah.
week next week.
We're real busy.
Busy week. If you want to know where all Freedom Week is happening, where all the fireworks are happening, you can go to any of the Cookeville Communications websites. So like 106.1 The Eagle, 107.7 Grace FM, countrygiant.com or 98.5kissfm.com and see all the
page. Our homepage has that, and you can click on it and find it.
You know what, Hub Plus, we need to get us a web page.
Yeah, we do.
I wonder why we hadn't thought about that yet.
We're slow.
Yeah.
Too busy being good looking.
That's right. Spoiler alert time. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Celebrity Jeopardy's on tonight, so you can feel smart. 2020 is also on ABC. On CBS, you got Fire Country and Grammy Greats, the most memorable moments. Master Chef and Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, that's on Fox. Happy Place is on NBC, and so is Dateline NBC. New to streaming on Amazon, a series premiere, Marry My Husband. So I don't know if
they're asking somebody else to marry him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm going through. Marry my husband.
Oh, if you think you're so good at it, why don't you marry him?
That's funny. That's probably not what that's about, but
on Netflix, Pokemon Horizons is on Netflix. So, Matthias, if you're watching, that's Mama. She'll let you watch that. Squid Game, that's on Netflix, season 3 of that. And Smoke is on Apple TV Plus. That's the series premiere of that. And then your normal weekend stuff is on. Nothing real, appointment setting that you need to care about. Hopefully it's nice over the weekend. You can get out and enjoy yourself or do nothing. Wouldn't that be great? Just a weekend to do
only
nothing.
Just get out and see the fireworks in Gainesboro.
I may go to Gainesboro because that would be fun, and they got good eats there.
They really do.
All I want to do is eat the stolen coin and watch the fireworks. That's my goal.
That'd be nice.
Catfish po' boy Fireworks.
Yum.
That's my plan.
I think if you have that catfish po' boy, you won't make it to the fireworks.
Don will have to drive home.
Because again, that's like
She'll have to be my sober driver because I'll be catfish
it's so
drunk.
good that you're going to have a drunkenness from the catfish.
That's right. Allison Williams has married her fellow actor Alexander Draymond, People magazine reports. The news comes shortly after the Girls alum referred to Alexander as her husband in an interview with The Guardian. Wish I knew who those people were.
I know, but I do like The Guardian.
Yeah. A sequel to the live-action Lilo and Stitch is in the works. Disney announced on June 26th a reference to the little alien's government name, Experiment 626.
That's close to you. It's like your Experiment 622.
What?
I was just making fun.
622? What does
You
that
said
mean?
626 experiment. See, I was paying attention. When I pay attention,
Right, but I don't understand what you're trying to say because
I just made it.
They announced it on 626 because his government name is Experiment 626. Why would mine be 622?
I was just making fun and just using numbers.
Because that'd be okay.
If you got to explain it, it must not been good.
Why?
See, he wants me to pay attention, but then when I
maybe
tell him I'm paying attention,
maybe
he
I'll
don't
ask
like that either.
Chat GPT to explain it to me and see if it can. Oh my gosh. The Whitney Houston estate announced that the Bodyguard soundtrack has been certified by the RIAA as 19 times platinum, and that album's smash hit, I Will Always Love You, is now 11 times platinum. Also, I Want to Dance with Somebody is now 8 times platinum, and How Will I Know is 3 times platinum. So
You know who
congratulations
you
to
reminded
Whitney
me of
Houston.
just then? Casey Kasem.
It was a long distance dedication, Sheila. I'm Casey Kasem.
That was pretty good.
It's time for a long distance dedication. This goes out from Sheila to Tim.
Thanks, Casey.
Casey Kasem, man. He was the stuff. Voice of Shaggy.
I know.
Man.
He was something else.
Brad Pitt was away promoting his film F1, the movie, which my wife saw yesterday with her son. She said it was really good. But when he was in London promoting it, burglars scaled a fence and broke in through a front window of his house. The LAPD said before the suspects ransacked the property and fled with miscellaneous items. Purchased in April of 2023 for $5.5 million, the so-called Steel House features glass walls, solar panels, a pool, and sauna. A police spokesperson said they couldn't yet identify what was stolen and no arrest had been made. He wasn't at home. He was in London, which is a trend that's hitting other celebrities too, because people know where you're at. Because you're always getting your picture made.
Getting in social media and all that. They know, oh, he's not at home.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, a lot of NFL players
Mm-hmm.
has been, I think
Targeted.
Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, I think he got targeted a little bit. Bill Moyers, the veteran journalist and former White House press secretary, has passed away at 91 after a long illness. He was renowned for his work on frontline documentaries like Two American Families, a 34 years in the making chronicle of working class Milwaukee families. I haven't seen that, but I wouldn't mind. Never relying on flashy visuals, Moyers believed that the most fascinating production value is the human face. He won 30 Emmys and multiple Peabody Awards.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it? And I think he was the press secretary for Lyndon Johnson as well. So
Pretty important dude there.
the defense team in the Sean Diddy Combs trial will counter the federal prosecutor's closing argument today. Diddy's mama and his kids are expected to attend today's closing arguments by the defense like they did for the prosecution.
I Oh no, his mama's gonna hear all the stuff he's done.
Well, she's already heard it. Assistant U.S. Attorney Christy Slavic spent more than 5 hours summarizing the case against Diddy. They asked the jury to convict him on counts of sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering. He thought this is what she said, he thought his fame, wealth, and power put him above the law. That stops now. It's time to find the defendant guilty. And she also emphasized every freak off may not meet the definition of sex trafficking, but it just takes one to find him guilty. Hey, not every freak off was bad now.
That's what it sounded like.
But
just takes one.
It just takes one freak off. Yeah.
That's our argument, huh?
Yeah. I told you a little bit about the F1 movie. It's out already. It's got Brad Pitt in it. Here's what Rotten Tomatoes says. This is basically what Donna said. Driven by Brad Pitt's laid-back magnetism and sporting a souped-up engine, courtesy of Joseph Kosinski's kinetic direction, F1 the movie brings vintage cool across the finish line.
I don't know think about this. Brad Pitt is more entertaining now that he's a little older to me.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
He's like grown into him, like his confidence and his swagger.
Right.
He's so entertaining to watch because he just puts that Brad Pitt thing on it. Not just looks, but now I like his attitude.
Oh, I see. So it is about looks. Also, Megan 2.0 is out. It's that weird one with the doll, and it's scary, and she kills you.
Oh, it's like a horror film thing?
Yeah, it's kind of like Girl Chucky. Best I can tell.
Megan?
Megan,
I always thought Megan was such a sweet name.
M3GAN 2.0. So yeah,
Needs
Megan.
another name.
Why?
Megan sounds sweet.
Would you rather it be Sheila?
I wouldn't mind it.
Sheila the Killer Doll?
I'd have some fun with it.
That wouldn't surprise me, but you'd start collecting them or something.
Oh, goodness. I don't know. Would it look like? Would it have a little red hair?
Sure, we make it look just like it.
Because Chucky has red hair.
Yeah. This Megan, I think she's got blonde hair. You can Google her up there if you want to.
Google her up.
Mouse her on up there,
I don't like it when they have like scary dolls.
Yeah. Well, I don't like any of those movies. They're all weird, but
And Annabelle, that's what I'm trying to think of. Annabelle.
That's out this weekend too. The
that
Megan
name and fit better.
2.0. All right, guys. Coming up next, we've got the real good. A couple stories that are positive and uplifting, and another round of Ask Jason.
8 this
on the
week
way.
so far.
I know all I can get to is 11, so it's not like I'm doing anything. Might as well.
You better try.
Might as well not even answer. I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes to my mind and be done with it.
Remember, that's how I made my fame with
yeah.
Ask Sheila.
That's all coming up, so stick around with us here on Good Morning Cookeville. Be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Friday morning forecast. A heat advisory remains in effect through this evening. We'll be hot and muggy once more today with mostly sunny skies expected. Scattered showers and thunderstorms may develop in some locations this afternoon. 1 or 2 storms could be strong or even severe with damaging wind gusts, torrential rain, and dangerous lightning. Highs will top out around 90 with heat index values over 100. Skies will be partly cloudy overnight with a slight chance of a shower or storm. Lows will be around 70. Saturday will be more of the same with scattered storms developing in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We'll see continued chances for rain and storms Sunday with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
It's 107.7 Grace FM.
And Hub Plus on your Roku app.
And it's Red, White, and Boom on the 4th of July. And we're excited to again be the official radio partner of Red, White, and Boom, the largest event in the region and still on the largest radio stations in the region.
Did you know this is the 11th annual Red, White, and Boom? Not to mention it's the second biggest 4th of July fireworks show in the state of Tennessee. This will be at the original Putnam County Fairgrounds on Jefferson Avenue. And this will be the biggest Red, White, and Boom ever.
Plus live music with Slippery When Wet, America's best Bon Jovi tribute band. Plus food trucks, a vendor market, the U.S. military, and family-friendly events going on as we count down to the fireworks on America's birthday.
And you can hear this year's fireworks soundtrack exclusively on your hometown favorites. 94.7, The Country Giant, and 98.5, KISS FM. And you can watch all the action on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
And don't forget, as always, it's coming up Friday, July 4th.
And we want you and your family there.
It's right here with Better Cookeville, Cookeville Communications, and 107.7 Grace FM, and on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
Happy 4th of July.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. If you're looking to make a change in your real estate career, go see our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. They do a great job. Or if you're looking for a home or you have a home to sell, go out and check them out.
That was good.
I'm getting pretty good at this, talking about businesses.
Elevate Real Estate.
I read a thing today. Cookeville Communications put it out about how we're the original influencers. DJs
I
are.
love that. And I do think that's true.
And we've been doing it. The radio's been doing it for over 100 years. Of course, we're on video now, but we're still radio people.
We're original radio people. We're the Ryan Seacrest of Cookeville. Because he started out in radio, then went to TV, and never left his radio.
Right. Now we need to, that's right. Yeah, he's always got his.
He will not let go of that radio. Once it bites you, that bug stays. Yeah.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it the real good. A few years ago, a 12-year-old named UV from Houston, Texas, noticed that his family's restless golden doodle, Bozo.
Bozo and UV.
Chilled out whenever he played the keyboard, whenever UV did, not the dog.
He could probably play too.
The observation inspired UV to wonder if music could soothe shelter animals too.
Yeah.
With the help of his parents, UV found a charity group called Wild Tunes to recruit musicians to play in animal shelters. The effort's been a huge success thanks to UV's hard work and imagination. There have already 100 volunteer musicians and singers sign up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they're going to be performing for stressed out animals at 9 shelters in places like Houston, New Jersey, Denver. Somebody should start it here. You don't have to understand the lyrics to enjoy the music, said UV.
You know, I've had a lot of people in my radio career that say they would play music in their barn for their cattle when they're milking them. They think it makes a difference. And I think it does too.
I'm willing to believe that.
Well, there's been videos of people sitting out in the middle of a field and they play a violin or something, and all the cows come up just to see, what's going on.
I know when we'd put out silage in the winter for the cows, I'd stand in the back of the truck and shovel
sing
silage.
to them.
I'd sing, and boy, they really liked it. Or they really liked the silage. I
wonder which one it was.
I like to think it was me. Jacqueline Page.
Jacqueline.
Jack-O-Lantern. Is Jack, capital O, apostrophe, capital Lynn. Jacqueline.
I get you.
Page was visiting the Sandy Beach area of Possum Kingdom Lake in Texas with her son's baseball team.
Of course, it's a southern one named Possum.
When she realized she lost her diamond wedding ring.
Well, that's 2 in a row. Yesterday, someone lost
wedding rings are just flying off, ain't they, Sheila?
Yeah.
The ring was extra special because it had been passed down for generations, like going back to 1910. And unfortunately, during that trip, it fell into Possum Kingdom Lake, and nothing comes back from Possum Kingdom Lake.
No, it doesn't sound like it'd be easy. Nothing.
After a frantic search by the baseball team, their parents, and even grandparents, Jack O'Lynn was distraught. The ring wasn't found, and things looked bleak. Then she called in the pros, specifically Ryan Prigmore from Blue Diver Search and Recovery.
Yeah, that diver.
Yeah, his first dive was a letdown. The lake was too choppy, but Ryan didn't give up. He came back the next day, dove in again, and wouldn't you know it, he found that dang ring.
I don't know how he found a ring and all that.
Yeah. I'm so thankful for him. He didn't give up, Jack O'Lynn wrote. I'd been preparing myself for the last few days that it was lost and I wouldn't see it again. My ring was so special to me, and I had no idea how I'd get over this. I'm over the moon knowing it's coming home to me.
You know that diver, even though he was an expert diver, worked hard to find that ring.
Could you imagine?
No.
I mean, where do you even start? I mean, I guess where she was, you'd say she was in this.
Yeah, but how vast is that? And then it's a lake.
And maybe he had an underwater metal detector or something too.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Didn't think of all the other stuff you'd pick up.
Right. He might find something else down in there. He might find 5 or 6 rings.
I hope he got a good payoff.
Yeah. And you know how people get mad and they throw their ring in the lake when I'm getting a divorce.
Why don't they just pawn that?
I don't know.
Freedom Pawn in Sparta.
Nice sponsor plug, Sheila. All right, I'm ready for Ask Jason.
All right, okay then.
Well, we're running low on time.
Okay, 8 right for the week. Can you get 11?
Probably not.
This is about United States stats.
So this is just all over the place.
All over the place about United States.
Okay.
In 1910, there were nearly 20 million of these in the United States. Now it's estimated there are just over 9 million. So it went down from
a half almost.
Yeah.
In 1910. So 1910, that was probably.
Think about 1910 and what people did to get around.
Well, that was before. Well. Not before. Well, I guess so. Almost right before cars.
Yes.
So horses.
Yay! 9 for the week.
All right, Sheila.
Next question. According to government research, and I know how you love government research.
Can't trust this.
There are only about 670,000 of these in the U.S. What are they?
What? What now? Tell me that again.
According to the government research, there are only about 670,000 of these in the United States. What are they?
670,000? That's a lot.
Gainsborough is known for this.
Liquor stores?
That's good. No.
Where a comet fell?
In Gainsborough?
What's in Jackson County, not in Gainsborough? I don't know. What is it, Sheila?
Outhouses.
There are 670,000 outhouses in America.
But if you think about how many were needed, that's not a lot.
There's 670,000 outhouses.
There are only about 670,000 of these left in the United States.
Outhouses.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what the government says right here.
Oh my gosh.
But you know, the reason I was saying Gainsborough is known for this, they have Polk Salad Festival and outhouse races.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I didn't put that together.
I thought that was a great hint.
No, it was, but I didn't make the connection there. Sorry, Sheila.
All right, last question. There used to be thousands of these in the United States. Now there are fewer than 200. What are they?
Video stores.
That's close. Something to do with memories. Because you take video memories, and what'd you do before video?
You took pictures.
Yeah. 1 hour Photoshop. I'm going to give that to you.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Not breaking any records anyway.
So you got 10.
Yeah, that's good enough.
10 for the week.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah, that's right. But there is no, I mean, I guess you can still get it done at like Staples, and I think Walmart you can still go get film.
Yeah. And even CVS has their like film
Have you
development.
seen that where you can send your digital pictures to this company and they'll print them out for you and then put them in a frame and all that and send them back to you?
Yeah, I know you can get that done, and they do
cool
a
is
good
that?
job. I mean, I don't know which one it is.
I think I want to do some of that.
You should.
Get some of those grandbaby pictures framed like that because it's great having them on my phone.
But in a frame,
But in a
it's
frame,
just nothing looks prettier than in a frame. Yeah.
Coming up, Miss Terry Ritter is on the way.
Right.
We'll talk to her just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Be right back.
TRN News.
A man dies after a two-car crash Wednesday night in Whitehaven, where one of the vehicles fled the scene. Police report the crash happened on Mill Branch Road around 7 o'clock, with the victim taken to the hospital in critical condition, but later pronounced dead. The driver of the other vehicle left before officers arrived. Roads in the area were closed for about an hour during the investigation. The case remains under investigation. Members of the Metro Council working to relaunch their Black Caucus. MCBC was first established in 1951 by Z. Alexander Luby and Robert E. Lilliard, the council's first black members. The Black Caucus eventually shifted into the Minority Caucus in 2011 to support all people of color in the Music City. Member Jennifer Gamble says she's relaunching the council's Black Caucus as chair, along with member Antoinette Lee as vice chair. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Parkinson's disease is a neurological movement disorder affecting an estimated 1 million Americans, including many under age 40. It has no cure. Parkinson's is not limited to how a person moves. It can also cause symptoms like depression, fatigue, and impaired speech. Today, there is a new diagnosis every 9 minutes, though Parkinson's can be present for years before being diagnosed. The American Parkinson Disease Association is the largest grassroots network in the United States, working to help ease the burden and find the cure. For more than 50 years, APDA has funded pioneering research and provided critical support to those affected by Parkinson's. Visit apdaoptimism.org today to find out how you can help millions live with dignity and optimism. Your action today will help APDA put an end to Parkinson's disease.
The Trump administration has reportedly said they plan to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia again, this time to a country not his native, El Salvador. He's the man mistakenly deported back in March before being returned to Tennessee to be tried for human smuggling charges. A federal magistrate has ordered Abrego Garcia to be placed on home detention at his brother's residence with a long list of other rules in place. However, a Department of Homeland Security spokesperson told Axios, quote, "He'll never go free on American soil." A possible meteorite seen across the skies of Tennessee Thursday afternoon. Initial reports indicate the event occurred between 12:15 to 12:30 Eastern. The National Weather Service is investigating reports, including one from a Georgia homeowner whose roof was damaged by falling rocks. However, Charleston, South Carolina's National Weather Service office reports satellite-based lightning detection shows a streak within a clear blue sky over the North Carolina-Virginia border. This streak was detected between 12:51 to 12:56. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A Bloomington Springs man convicted of aggravated rape last March has been sentenced to 28 years in prison. 25-year-old Jaden Ray Worley was sentenced by Putnam County Criminal Court Judge Sean Fry following a hearing Thursday afternoon. Worley was facing a maximum sentence of 40 years. By statute, he will serve 100% of his term and will be on mandatory life supervision upon its completion. He was arrested after the Cookeville Police Department opened an investigation in February 2024. Putnam County's unemployment rate mirrored that of most other Tennessee counties in May, going up more than 0.5%. The latest data from the State Department of Labor and Workforce Development showing a 3.4% rate in Putnam County. That's up 0.6 from the previous month and 0.4% higher than the same time last year. Statewide, unemployment rates decreased from April to May in just 3 counties, but increased in 92. Tennessee Tech has received a $1.3 million grant from the U.S. Department of Energy that will help radiochemistry students train to become the next generation of nuclear scientists when they participate in a groundbreaking research project. The funding from DOE's new Energy Workforce Initiative, part of the agency's larger effort to revitalize interest in radiochemistry and nuclear science, fields that have seen declining participation over the past 2 decades. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Friday morning forecast. A heat advisory remains in effect through this evening. We'll be hot and muggy once more today with mostly sunny skies expected. Scattered showers and thunderstorms may develop in some locations this afternoon. 1 or 2 storms could be strong or even severe with damaging wind gusts, torrential rain, and dangerous lightning. Highs will top out around 90 with heat index values over 100. Skies will be partly cloudy overnight with a slight chance of a shower or storm. Lows will be around 70. Saturday will be more of the same with scattered storms developing in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We'll see continued chances for rain and storms Sunday with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason A. and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:07.
Well, Terry Ritter is with us. She is with Cookeville Art Gallery and Studio. Cookeville Art Studio and Gallery. I got it a little backwards.
We intermit what you stood to say, Sheila.
That's right. Thank you. Painting with the Stars will be coming up July 17th.
Yes, ma'am. We're excited.
Jason and I had so much fun.
It was a
last
blast.
year at that.
It is fun. It's fun for the artist and for the stars who are the non-artists. And it's also fun for the public to come in and be able to watch.
Quotes when you said stars, because we do too.
Yeah.
Yep. We've been invited to be with the Stars.
Yeah.
Stars, yes.
People often ask me, well, what do you mean by stars? And I said, they're just people that are well known in the community.
I had such a good time, and I never painted anything except for like in school or something, like watercolors.
Macaroni.
Yeah.
That's really the last like art that I ever did. And then, so I was kind of nervous about doing it, but man, I had such a good time. And Miss Agnes, she was my pro, and she's sweet as she could be and was so nice to me. And something about the pros that help that they don't automatically assume you're an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yes. But they guide you gently.
Right. They guide you gently, but they don't like talk down to you.
Right.
Or anything like that. They're very helpful, and you don't feel like an
want
idiot.
to share their love for
I
what
guess
they're
that's it.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they know we were interested in it, but we were scared, and they were just like, "Hey, do this."
Yeah.
And mine was Amy
Woods.
Amy Woods, and she was like, "Don't be afraid, just get in there and do it." And
Yeah.
very encouraging. So
Yeah.
I had way more fun than I even thought I
Me
would
too.
have.
I had a
Yep.
blast. Thank you for inviting us, and thanks for inviting us again this year.
I'm excited you guys are coming back because you were so much fun.
It was a blast. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of fun. And then it raises money too.
It does. It's the main way that we keep our doors open. We're membership based, but memberships are always low these days. People just aren't joining into membership. So the main way we keep our doors open is this big fundraiser.
That's incredible. And, last year I did beat everybody at the radio station for how much money.
Well, you did have a contest with several of you guys from the radio station,
which
and
made
Jason
it more
won.
fun,
Yeah.
I mean, is Freaky Dave coming back? And all
No, just you two.
Oh, well then.
Ooh,
I'll
it's a
have to-
contest
I'll
of
have
Good
to
Morning
pick some
Cookeville.
Other enemies. I can't pick Sheila.
It would just be me then.
I won't pick you, Sheila, but Andrew Buckner, I'm coming for you.
Well, how about Jay Coot? You can come for.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
He'd be fun to pick on too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Is,
Amy New's coming.
Amy New, I'm coming
Yeah.
for you.
Judge McKenzie.
Oh, that
Gary McKenzie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say nothing about that. You never know when you're going to be in front of a judge.
Yeah, well, felony court judge. You don't want to pick on him.
I'm saying, I wanna
Be nice
stay
to
on this side. Yeah.
Bryant Dunaway,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kent Moore, Blakely Page Smith.
Yeah.
Rack my brain. Who's the list? There's 17. So
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
that's what we had last year.
Well, they're all going down unless they can send me to jail at some point.
Don't say that.
Yeah, because they might try.
They might. Well, I'm not going to beat them.
Well, I'm going to try to beat you this year.
Oh, and Lisa Urick's supposed to be coming.
Oh, she's very creative.
Yeah, she's.
too.
Oh, see, you got all kinds of creative people coming. You're not
Oh,
going.
I don't know.
This ain't going to be easy.
Don't doubt yourself now, Jason.
I'm not doubting
You
myself. I'm a champion.
You are.
Oh, and
you got a lot to live up to,
Yeah.
though.
we were talking about Diego
Yes.
Alvarez
Yeah.
from Royal House of Cheese. He'll be doing the food again too.
Oh, good.
Good. That was so delicious.
Yes. So, yeah.
He should do a painting of his food because it is art. The way he
It
lays it
is.
out there.
Oh, it is gorgeous.
Well,
And-
even if food is always art to me anyway, the way people prepare it.
Yeah.
But he really
But
does
he
make it
dolls
elaborate.
it up. He dolls it up real
He
nice.
dolls it up, and it looks good.
Yeah, it
and
looks good.
It tastes,
good too. Yeah.
I mean, we the first year he did the food for us 3 years ago, we ladies were all just like, like, wow.
Right, yeah.
And then it's like, what can we do to help?
It
You
is
know?
amazing.
It is.
I request, Diego, if you're watching, the figs that he did one year at Christmas somewhere. It was figs with some kind of like maybe cream cheese in it, and it was so good.
I don't know. I didn't have that.
Stuffed figs.
I must not have been invited to that soiree.
It's a different thing I went to.
Oh, okay.
But I think you were invited, just didn't come.
That sounds like me.
See, when you miss out,
That sounds like me. But I ain't going to skip out on Miss Terry now.
you
for
better
the-
not.
And so the event is July 17th. And then so we all get there. And the way it works is we all get there and we paint and have a big time. Terry serves a little bit of wine. I'm not going to lie.
Not gonna lie.
And that makes the painting a little bit more fun.
Everybody behaved.
Everybody behaves.
But I did loosen up with a little
Yeah.
glass of wine.
And then at the end, all the paintings get auctioned off, and then that money goes to the
Support the art center.
support the arts center.
Yeah.
So that's how it all works. So if you're the general public and you just want to come and buy some art, you can come anytime. But when does all that get started?
You guys will paint from 4 to 6. At 6 o'clock, we're going to open the doors to the public at 5.
Gotcha.
That gives you some time to get artwork on this canvas. And then at 6 o'clock, hey, stop, done. Whatever you got, it's done. And we'll just clean up real fast, put some chairs out. So hopefully by 6:15 we start the auction. And Wesley Atkins is coming back again. He's
good.
a professional
He does a great job.
auctioneer.
Yeah.
He's fun, and you'll just laugh at the auction. I mean, that's worth coming for. But please come. Bid often and bid high.
Yeah,
Isn't that the same for auctions?
And buy mine for the most, because I'd like
Or
to win
mine for the
again.
most.
And it all goes to a good cause. Doesn't matter if you like the painting or not. Just somebody watching who has a lot of money, show up, cut a big check, take
Or
home
Sheila's painting.
take home another Jason original. There's only one out there. Sheila did like 2 or 3 last year.
Just two.
So she's already
But I
watered.
did an ocean.
Sheila's
like,
already
ocean
watered down her worth.
No, I haven't, because I did a jellyfish and then I did a fall forest.
Now, Terry, you know that's true. These painters do a bunch of paintings like this. They water down
I
their
have
worth.
2.
No,
limited
I
edition,
don't
right?
think mine are watered down.
Well,
And I have a bunch.
Right. See.
But yeah, now
You're trying to get Terry on your side when she's an artist.
No,
a limited edition does kind of help a lot.
Right.
You know, to be able to say, I have the only Jason painting.
Right. So I'm only putting out one a year. You've already got
But-
2. This will be your 3rd. I mean, you're basically the Walmart of painting right now.
I don't think I'm that.
Right now-
I think
It is.
I'm more like Bloomingdale's.
No. No, you might be Target at best.
Oh, no.
Talking.
Listen, I would hang her paintings at the art center in the gallery.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice of you to say, Terry.
I'd hang yours too.
Oh,
You
thank
know I did good.
You know, that's an idea. Maybe we should have a week show of all the paintings.
Oh, I do. Let's do that.
So
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
in.
have to
Oh,
figure
if-
out how to
if-
do
if
that
Sheila's
since the
in.
gallery's booked for the year.
you know I'm in. When it's art,
Right,
it's
I know.
fun.
We got more with Miss Terry Ritter coming up here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from Summerspace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. Summerspace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate 931-WINDOW1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:17 now.
From Cookeville Art Studio and Gallery, Miss Terry Ritter. We're so happy to have you. You do so much for the community, Terry.
Well, thank you. This has been a busy week for us. On Tuesday, with some volunteers, we taught a class at the library, an art class for 2 hours. And then, I don't know if you know, Chick-fil-A does a kids' night out every quarter. And so this Tuesday, it was painting.
Oh,
and we
cool.
had
Nice.
canvases and paint. So when the kids got settled, we brought them, paint on plates, and they painted with Q-tips and cotton balls on a canvas, and while they ate their dinner.
That's awesome.
It was a blast.
You love working with kids, too.
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah, they're great. We've got summer camp coming up July 7th through the 11th, and we still have a few open spots, just a few, if anybody's interested. But yeah, we'll have, those kids are great, and we do a different art project morning and a different one in the afternoon, and it's our professional artists that come in and teach.
So how does that work? Is it just a day or every
It's
day?
5 days. It's Monday through Friday from 10 to 2.
And they do parents drop the kids off, or do they?
They drop them off. It's actually better when they drop them off. when they stay there, the kids are more focused on mom or
Yeah.
than on
Well,
the teacher.
kids act out too when their parents are there. Kids are a lot more respectable to other people than they are to their parents. Have you noticed that?
Yep. Unfortunately, yeah.
Kids these days,
Terry knows how to
with their
wrangle
hair in
them
their
up.
clothes and they're breathing in and out.
I think I was going to ask her about kids don't have hang-ups like adults do with the art. I think they're more free thinking.
Well, it's like the Chick-fil-A thing. Some of my volunteers said, well, do you have pictures that they're going to paint? I said, no. They can just paint whatever they want. Not one single child, whatever age, asked us, what do we want to paint?
Well, yeah.
They just went and
Started
painted.
doing it, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes. And it's like, one's like, oh, I'm looking at it. He goes, it's a snail.
Mhm.
Or it's a snake. And I'm like, okay, it looks
And
great.
they're looking right at it and see that snail and snake. They
Yes,
know exactly.
They know it's there.
That's the best part about little kid art, like when Matthias and them were with me this summer, he'd draw something or paint something. He'd tell me what it was. You just be like, oh, yeah. That sure is. It doesn't look anything like it, but.
Well, our kids' camp is a little more guided. They do have specific projects that they do. They'll be doing mixed media, acrylic pours. I'll be doing, and of course, we have to do the typical things like tie dyes because kids love that.
They do.
So, oh yeah.
I still
So do
do
the
as an
adults.
adult.
Yeah, we get a lot of requests for adult classes, so we're probably going to schedule an adult tie dye class.
I was so amazed at my 8-year-old niece. She did a tie-dye shirt at her school, and it wasn't your typical tie-dye. She put like little dots on it and then had a little tie-dye on the side. She goes, I placed it where I wanted it. And I was like, that is a very, very creative tie-dye shirt.
Have you guys seen the spray paint tie-dye?
No.
So it's the same thing. You still tied up with rubber bands around and all that stuff or whatever. But then they get spray paint and they spray around where the ties are, and they do the different colors that way.
But I wonder what it's like when you unwrap it,
It
because
looks-
it hasn't soaked through, has it?
It looks pretty good. It was one of those silly TikTok videos that show up, and you're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, and you stare at it until they're done. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Ooh, the colors and the tie-dye.
But to be honest, I do the same thing with pressure washing videos. So.
I heard you on the radio saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about pressure washing
Something
videos?
relaxing in it. I don't know. The sound and then watching something get cleaned.
So you were talking about your summer camps. There's still some spots available. How do parents?
They do have to
find
come
out?
in and fill out a form.
Okay.
Because they have to sign certain things. And the only thing the kids have to bring is their lunch. It's $110 for the first child and $85 for a sibling.
Okay. For the whole week.
For the whole week.
Oh, okay.
And that includes all the instruction and all the materials.
Oh, wow. That's a great price.
It is. And we've tried to keep it low. We get grant money from Santa's Workshop to do this. So, and all our teachers are volunteers, volunteer professional artists. But so that money that we get from Santa's Workshop goes to pay for all the supplies.
I got a question. Professional artist. At what level? I mean, where's the threshold from amateur to professional? What makes you a professional artist?
I think it's two things technically. One, when you feel that you've crossed that threshold, and two, usually is if you've sold work. So technically, you guys could say you're
We are
professional.
professional artists, Sheila. I mean, me more than you, but
No, me more than you because I've done more paintings.
well,
You got him there.
I don't think that's how that works.
Just two.
But,
your two
usually-
didn't equal to my one.
Usually,
Yeah,
any
it did. When you add them up, it did. The two did equal
Nah.
it.
No, I think that, yeah, because you were just slightly under him.
Right.
Just slightly,
See?
but under still.
But if I sold that second one, you said it didn't equal yours. It did. It went over yours.
No, it didn't. Just what you arguing with Miss Terry now? You calling Terry Ritter a liar?
She was talking about the ones that I was right under yours, and then that second
No,
one.
she's saying both of yours together were still under me.
I just looked at the totals.
Yeah. So you're still less.
It doesn't matter.
That's all right.
They were still gorgeous. That's
moved-
what
we-
counts.
Hey, we moved you up to Target level. Come on now.
Oh, no. Yeah, Bloomingdale's, definitely.
Maybe
Hey,
Macy's.
we can't put her Target level. What does that say about her pro?
Listen, I'm not.
She's like,
I'm not even in a big box store. I'm in like some.
You're in a
No,
gallery.
You painted with Miss Agnes, so you're up there, and you painted with Amy, and Amy's definitely a pro. She is really good.
Well, a pro can only do so much. Right, Terry? I mean, sometimes it depends on who the star is, right?
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you have a star that just sits there, then,
Of course, neither one of us did that.
No,
Here's the thing.
none of the stars did.
Terry, she's like the nicest, and she doesn't want to get in on any meanness.
I know, it was so sweet.
She's like my mom. I try to drag her into the meanness, and she
won't
just
take the bait.
Go. I know.
She's classy.
I grew up with two brothers. I'm used.
So you know
I
this
know.
game.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right. So, what else? I mean, you always have a lot of stuff in the fall coming up too. Have you already made plans for that? Or?
Yes, we have the Art in the Park coming on October 18th. Yeah, I do too. And we've got sponsors. So we're going to have a kids zone with bouncy houses and face painters and balloon makers and that kind of stuff. And they're helping to sponsor other things. We'll have food trucks and a lot of artist tents up. We're hoping to do some things that our board has talked about, like maybe getting tech involved with their art department,
that'd be
and
great.
maybe donate a tent. We will donate a tent and have the high school do art.
Oh, that'd be great.
And just let them start, because they need to start what's called portfolios if they're going to be looking at colleges and stuff. So it's important for the high school and also for the college kids. So
in each tent, will there be an artist, and then you'd be able to see their work, or like how does this work?
well,
Art in the Park?
if they rent a tent.
Okay.
So if I'm just making up a name, if Sarah Jones wanted to show her work, she will set up her own tent, just like a vendor does at a arts and crafts, but it'll be more of the art. And not that arts and crafts aren't art, they are. I want arts and craft vendors also.
Right.
But if Sarah Jones wanted to show her paintings, she'll set up her own tent, hang it up, she'll sell them. It's her business.
I got you.
The only thing we get out of it is the rental.
Right.
And because we're doing one day and we've changed it from the summer, we've lowered the price to just $100.
That's not bad.
I mean,
at
that's
all.
really low.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most things like that are $400 or $500 for a
Yep.
10x10.
Yeah. Or, minimum I've seen is 150 to 300 somewhere in there. And food trucks then go higher, but we're not even doing that. We're keeping that the same price.
Oh, wow.
Our goal is really to spread the joy of art to the Upper Cumberland. And so that's what we want to do with Art in the Park. So it's going to be October 18th from 9 to 5.
That's a great time to do it in the fall.
Mhm.
I had a question. We were talking about all the art, and there's so many of us interested in art. And you were talking about the kids' camp that's coming up. How important do you think it is for kids and adults to actually get into art and just kind of discover themselves in it?
Whether it's painting, macrame, arts and crafts, fine arts, any type of art speaks to our soul. And it really gives us a joy that I think we miss. I think it's a great stress reliever. I think
When you're doing that art, and I realized that when we did painting with
you forget everything else.
I didn't have any stresses except let's concentrate on making this the best we can.
Yes.
And just having fun.
Yes.
So I think it teaches kids a lot too.
It
It
does.
helps them discover themselves, what they like.
Well, you never want idle hands.
Yeah.
And with art, there's never, in any art, there's not idle hands.
Well, and kids are losing the ability to use their imagination.
Amen.
And I think art gives that back to them.
Yeah.
When we do classes for kids, like at the summer camp, we're not saying, like one year, Justin Blackman taught on Van Gogh, and they painted Starry, Starry Night. And he says now, they'd gone through learning how to do the swirls and all that kind of stuff, and then it was their turn to just paint. They could paint Starry, Starry Night any way they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have to look like Van Gogh's.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing about
And
that.
that's so neat too, seeing what they create from their own imagination and what they see in that other painting that they create for themselves.
Yes.
Well, it's something else. I learned this is that sometimes mistakes aren't mistakes, and if you make one, you can fix it, correct it, or make it look better.
Exactly.
And that's a life lesson.
It is, for all of us, but especially the kids.
You don't give up on art. You just keep doing.
Yeah. I learned that from Miss Agnes. I was like, oh, Miss Agnes, I did this wrong. And she'd come back and she'd go, here, just jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. And she'd take some brush and wah. And it looked prettier than it did.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what she did. It's like she put a spell on the painting or something. I don't know how she did it. But
if I've got time, I want to throw one more thing in
go
there.
ahead,
Our July show is coming up, and we have 4 artists this time, 4 different artists. Larry Taylor.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, he's so good. Lois Ann Shannon, who does photography and digital art with her photography.
Love it.
And Jordan Boudin. I don't know him. But what I'm excited about is, have you ever heard the name Kazwara?
Yes.
All right. Is it her daughter or
She
granddaughter?
donated a lot to WCTE.
Well, she taught at Tech for years.
Sandra Kazwara
is bringing in her artwork.
Oh, my.
Torella's artwork.
Oh, really?
We're going to have a whole wall of
Kazwara's
Kazwara's
art.
Really? Yeah. She taught at Capshaw whenever I went to
Oh.
Capshaw. Not this Kazwara probably, but probably the mom of this Kazwara.
Yeah. Well, Torella, interesting story about her is her first name is Chris. And she applied to be the national artist back during the Vietnam era.
Mm-hmm.
And she was accepted. And they were surprised because they thought they had accepted a guy by the name of Chris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she signs her work with Trella, Trella. I don't know if I pronounce it right all the time. But so she was our national artist, and she did a lot of art paintings from Vietnam also.
Oh, wow.
So,
I
and
love that story.
yeah. And she's very talented. We have a huge one of hers in our studio that she painted for the studio. But
And when's that?
It's going to be the month of July.
Month of July. Okay.
And there'll be a public reception, free public reception on July 11th
Okay.
from 2 to 4. It's a Saturday afternoon. And we're doing a Saturday because one of our artists is coming from Knoxville.
Oh, neat.
You know, we've got artists all year now that are coming from out of the area.
Okay.
I love what you have done for art and also for the Cookeville Art Studio and Gallery.
Yeah.
You really
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's you really put it on the map.
Thank you.
really
We're
did.
working hard there. It's
And
a
continue to.
It's a team effort. I've got a great board and a lot of wonderful volunteers. You know, we're all volunteer. There's no paid positions at what we call CAS, Cookeville Art Studio.
Oh.
Ms. Terry Ritter here in the studio with us. A lot of things going on. You can keep up with what's going on through their Facebook page. And you have a website too, don't
Yes,
you?
cookvilleart.com.
Cookevilleart.com. Thank you so much for being here, and we appreciate it. Thanks for involving us in all the stuff that you do. We think it's
Thanks
a
for
bunch of
having
fun.
me. It's been a pleasure.
It's Good Morning Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never, ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions Exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. Tampa Bay Rays shortstop Wander Franco was found guilty in a Dominican Republic court of sexual abuse of a minor yesterday. Franco received a suspended 2-year prison sentence for having a relationship with a 14-year-old when he was 21. The mother of the victim was convicted of sex trafficking and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker received a 10-game ban from the NFL yesterday. The NFL found that Tucker had violated the league's personnel conduct policy. Tucker is a free agent and can serve the suspension as a free agent. He can kick again on November 11th. Alabama football picked up a commitment from the number 3 running back in the class of 2026 yesterday. 4-star Xavier Crowell chose Bama over Auburn, Florida State, Georgia, and Texas. Crowell joins Bama from Jackson High School, the reigning champions in Class 4A in Alabama. The Atlanta Braves were shut out by the New York Mets yesterday 4-0. Marlins toppled the Giants 12-5. Astros over the Phillies 2-1. Cubs shut out the Cardinals 3-0. And the Tigers beat the A's 8-0. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It's 7:35.
Smithfield Fiddlers Jamboree. It's always around the 4th of July, and it is coming up just next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Tennessee's official festival.
Yeah.
By golly.
Sean Jacobs is with us, along with Alex Woodward. They're on the board and do a lot.
Absolutely.
I know, Alex, you are one of the main announcers at it. You
Yes,
do
ma'am.
always do a good job. You can tell you love it.
I do. It's exciting to get up there, and the best part about it is seeing the people that come back year after year to compete. And so we have ages 0 all the way up to last year. I think a guy by the name of Tommy Scruggs is 93, 94.
Ken to Sheila, you think?
I don't know. I do the jamboree, not genealogy.
Okay,
that's not my forte.
You know, Scruggs are well known for music.
Yeah,
I just talk
absolutely.
about
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's 94 years old, and he comes up and does some buck dancing in our senior category. But we had last year, I think our lowest age was probably 2.
Wow.
But we have age categories for 0 all the way up to still kicking.
Yeah,
Yep.
94 and still getting out there.
Have you noticed a resurgence in some of the things with younger people? Because it seems like younger people are finding bluegrass again, and they're finding clogging again. They're finding all of this again. It seems, outside looking in, there's a resurgence. Have you seen the same?
We have. So we are actually the National Championship of Country Musician Beginners competition. And we have that every year on Saturday. It starts, our schedule, the only thing that's definite on our schedule is we start at 9 o'clock. After that, it just goes, it falls in line. Yeah. And so we have the categories and everything falls in. But usually it starts the National Championship of Country Musician Beginners, which is a mouthful. It usually starts around 12 o'clock on Saturday. And we have 7 categories: clogging, buck dancing, flat top guitar, mandolin, banjo, fiddle, and dobro guitar.
You know, the term beginners, we use that lightly because they're all great. I was like, but this is a beginner?
Yeah. So we had like 38, I think, last year in their beginner clogging, which is crazy, but it's awesome. And a large part of that, is more recently has drawn interest from Smithville and DeKalb County.
Yeah.
So Marianne Puckett, who is a longtime DeKalb County raised individual who learned to dance way back, I think when she was in high school or college. she's come back and revitalized to help DeKalb County and Smithville learn more about clogging. And so she has now 6 square dance teams that she's over.
Wow.
So 8 people. So you're talking 48 people, if my math is right this early in the morning. But
no one's checking you.
Okay, good. But she's got 5 that are youth. So that means their average age of all 8 are 16 or below.
Wow.
And then she's got 1 team that's adult now. They phased up all the way to the adult category. So yeah, and not just in the clogging and buck dancing, but there has been a little bit of resurgent in those beginner categories, and it's exciting to see. And bluegrass is kind of becoming more and more open to the public.
Yeah.
So
it's
growing.
modernized itself
It
too.
has.
You know, bluegrass went through a phase there, and it modernized itself. There's all kinds of these new bluegrass acts that are out there. I mean, they sound really, really great, and bluegrass enough, but also modern enough that, you know, young people will listen to it. I mean, you see it all the time on Instagram and TikTok. I mean, these new
I love
bluegrass
when that
acts.
kind of thing goes viral. It does introduce a lot of the other younger ones that may not be familiar with the buck dancing, and also just the great bluegrass music.
Yep.
Like Billy Strings is like your contemporary bluegrass, but it got kids so interested that they
went down
did
the
deep
rabbit hole.
dive
Yeah.
and got and then that guy that I think he was from Alabama that did the clogging, and he was so good it went viral. He was at the Smithville.
He was
Village,
at
and-
Smithville Jamboree 3 years ago.
He's not
Zeb.
from Alabama.
He's from Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like me saying Alabama.
No, he's a Tennessee fan. Don't you?
Oh, he is a Tennessee
Yeah,
fan, but I knew he wasn't from
Well,
our
he
state.
is when they'll pay him to come.
Well, I mean, but he's now hush it.
I'm a Kentucky fan, so I'm
I'm sorry.
fight that a little bit. Well, it's better than well, we won't go there.
Better than what I said.
Yeah, better than Alabama is what you're saying. Yeah. That is more acceptable.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But I do think things like that, when it goes viral, the young kids think, "Oh, well, let me get into this," and then they start respecting it a little more. First, they think they're going to go viral if they do something like that, and then they start really appreciating the music. And I think Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree has helped carry the tradition on and let people get them educated about it.
100%. Yeah. I mean, y'all been carrying the torch now for a long time.
This is our 54th year. It started back July 4th of 1972.
That's older than
And
Sheila.
well, that's your call.
That was nice.
But it started back then, and it was the main objective was to draw people downtown, give them something to do on a holiday, and help revitalize businesses on a day that might be slower. And that day, I think it was 10 straight hours, if not more.
Yeah.
Restaurants or the soda fountains sold out by 5 o'clock that night. And here we are. We're in our 54th annual, and things are growing and going good. This year we're introducing 4 new categories.
What are those?
Those are primarily dance categories. They are traditional duo, hoedown, precision dance, and then traditional line dance. And
what's precision?
Precision is it's 5 to 8 members out there, but they're all in time with the same steps.
I see. Yeah.
So with clogging or square dancing, everybody as they start off together, but then everybody kind of comes up to the front and they do their own little thing.
Yeah.
This is the whole performance. They're in same steps, same rhythm, same timing. And so we're
synchronized dancing.
There you go. That was the big word.
For someone who hasn't seen that before, is that kind of like the river dance kind of thing where they're all kind of?
I would say very similar.
Dance country style.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get a mental picture about what that would look like.
It would. So we've partnered with NCHC, which is a national clogging and hoedown competition.
Okay.
Which is part of Clog Incorporated, and they have a nationals convention at Gaylord Opryland in August. And so this year we're going to be a qualifying event for that.
Is that new?
That's new.
Okay.
So with the 4 categories, we've been able to partner with NCHC to where someone can go from the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree to the NCHC Nationals. So it's very
I had
exciting.
no idea that anything like that even existed.
And and that's a big world that we're getting into. That that's the mecca of all clogging. And so being able to partner with them, we've had some great help from some of their chair people and board members to get that down and figure out what it looks like Smithville Jamboree style.
Yeah. Well, it's a great event. It was funny. I went to Smithville probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago. And I went on a day that nothing was going on, So normally those times I've been in Smithville, there's been something going on around the square, whether it's the Jamboree or something else. So I've never seen Smithville with nothing going on.
Yep.
You've never seen it without an event.
Without an event. And what a beautiful downtown that is. And so much fun and so many great stores and restaurants and things like that you can take advantage of while you're at the Smithville Jamboree.
And great welcoming people.
Yeah, absolutely. I was, it was just weird because I hadn't been there when there wasn't a bunch of tents out.
Right.
Yep.
And it's what a great downtown Smithville has.
We have we've got a number of shops. We've got a coffee shop that's very familiar. We got a pet boutique. We've got some antique shops, a little lunchtime restaurant there, Bosby's, and
what's the pizza? There's a pizza joint there,
Singer's Landing.
Singer's Landing
off Market Street.
Yes,
very good place.
Very good.
And then we have Aces. Have you eaten at Aces?
No, but everybody's been telling me about Aces. This is the best steakhouse around.
It's delicious.
Nick Breeze has been there a few times, and it's good.
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to make a trip.
Well, I would suggest reservations.
Yeah,
even in Smithville. It's shocking.
Like on a normal day or just during Smithville Jamboree?
I don't know if they're going to be open during the Jamboree, but on a normal day, they're usually Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. But usually you can walk in and get a table. It just depends on what they have going. But
if you want to be
sure. Yep, it's good to have reservations.
Well, thanks for telling me that because I've been dying to go because I bet I've had 20 people in the last 3 months tell me about Aces.
Yep. Good hole-in-the-wall restaurant that you will not leave disappointed.
It's the best steak they've ever had.
Yep.
You agree?
It is.
All right. We'll talk a little bit more about the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree that's coming up here in just a little bit. Next week, we'll get more info about that and how you can go and have a bunch of fun in Smithville next week here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Friday morning forecast. A heat advisory remains in effect through this evening. We'll be hot and muggy once more today with mostly sunny skies expected. Scattered showers and thunderstorms may develop in some locations this afternoon. 1 or 2 storms could be strong or even severe with damaging wind gusts, torrential rain, and dangerous lightning. Highs will top out around 90 with heat index values over 100. Skies will be partly cloudy overnight with a slight chance of a shower or storm. Lows will be around 70. Saturday will be more of the same with scattered storms developing in the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 80s. We'll see continued chances for rain and storms Sunday with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
It's 107.7 Grace FM.
And Hub Plus on your Roku app.
4th of July.
We'll light up the sky. And it's Red, White, and Boom on the 4th of July. And we're excited to again be the official radio partner of Red, White, and Boom, the largest event in the region and still on the largest radio stations in the region.
Did you know this is the 11th annual Red, White, and Boom? Not to mention, it's the second biggest 4th of July fireworks show in the state of Tennessee. This will be at the original Putnam County Fairgrounds on Jefferson Avenue, and this will be the biggest Red, White, and Boom ever.
Plus live music with Slippery When Wet, America's best Bon Jovi tribute band. Plus food trucks, a vendor market, the U.S. military, and family-friendly events going on as we count down to the fireworks on America's birthday.
And you can hear this year's fireworks soundtrack exclusively on your hometown favorites. 94.7, The Country Giant, and 98.5, KISS FM. And you can watch all the action on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
And don't forget, as always, it's coming up Friday, July 4th.
And we want you and your family there.
It's right here with Better Cookeville, Cookeville Communications, and 107.7 Grace FM, and on Hub Plus on your Roku app.
Happy 4th of July.
Good morning, Cookeville. Brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Jason and Sheila here at 7:49.
Well, the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree is next weekend, and we're talking to Sean Jacobs and Alex Woodward. And Sean, I know you've been involved for years with the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree. You're a hometown boy there.
Mm-hmm.
What made you love it so much, and being on the board and being involved all these years?
Well, I first got involved when I was 17 years old, I guess, and working at the local radio station. And we a lot of us at the radio station actually did the sound for the Fiddlers Jamboree. And as I tell folks, we got too old, and so did our equipment to do sound. So we've had to contract out the sound to larger organizations.
Sure.
But for years we did the sound, so I was always involved with the jamboree. I dropped.
It's been so much a part of your life.
It has been. And then I dropped out of officially being part of the jamboree for a while, but was always went.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was asked to join the board a few years ago, so that's even intensified my interest in the jamboree. And I've been helping with some of the public relations and some of the marketing of the jamboree. And so it's just been kind of a life. Since I was 17 years old, it's been an integral part of my life.
And it makes you proud, though, too, because I know when your town is known for something, you want to carry on that tradition. And this is part of our state history, really.
Well, it's not.
Right.
I mean, it's an international.
Yeah.
event,
Oh,
I
people
think.
from all around the world
yeah,
come.
yeah, absolutely.
What
But
other?
it is our heritage.
Sure. Well, what other countries come to visit during Smithville Jamboree? I mean, can you think of any off the top of your head?
We've had England, China, Australia,
Really?
South Africa.
How do they hear about
We have
clogging
Mexico,
and
Canada.
bluegrass?
Well, and the neat thing is so we broadcast from start to finish through
Mm-hmm.
DTC Communications on DTC3.tv.
Mm-hmm.
And last year we got numbers from them afterwards. We were watched in 40 different states.
Wow.
And in over 10 countries.
That's amazing.
And
I love it.
We're really not sure how some of those countries found out, but
you love it.
we're not going to argue with it.
Google's a hell of a thing.
That's
ain't
right.
it? Yeah.
That's right. And but it's very neat to see the broad spectrum that's come from, and we have people from California and Washington and Florida and all parts of the U.S. come.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's amazing. I'm like, how do you find little Smithville, Tennessee?
Right.
But we're glad you're here.
Well, I mean, it is. It's so cool, and it keeps the traditions of Appalachia.
Yeah.
Going, and we don't ever want to lose those. And Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree does just a great job of keeping that going. Now, I know it's 2 days, so what's the schedule for from day to day?
So it is 2 days. We start on Friday, July the 4th at 9 o'clock. And we have approximately 17 to 18. I might be off a little bit on that categories. We go through all the categories for all the competitors, and of those categories, we name the top 3. Once we go through all the categories, then we come back and do the finals, and those top 3 people come back to compete in the finals. And then the same thing on Saturday, except with Saturday, we kind of have a couple of adult categories, and then we pause the adult competition to start the National Country Musician Beginners categories. And we do those. We do all 7 of those categories, then come back and do the finals for those 7. And then after that's over, we jump back into the adult. And then those come back as finalists this year. But, one of the neat things we've been able to do the past couple of years is our youth square dance team, which I said is they have to have an average age of 16 or below. The winner of that, we've been able to partner with the Grand Ole Opry. And so these kids who win, and I say kids, but these young adults, however you want to phrase it, when they win, they have gotten to go and visit the Opry and dance on stage with the Opry square dancers.
And those are kids that would really appreciate that Opry, too. They know the history of it.
Yeah, I mean, the Opry square dancers, that's like a huge deal.
Gosh,
they tour on their own, right?
And what's cool is majority of those Opry square dancers have come across our stage.
Yes.
Even some of the current square dancers come on our stage. They may not dance, but, Larry and Cheryl Chun are dancers, and they come and play music. Braden Chun dances with the Opry square dancers, and he's been a Jamboree winner before, and it's neat to see that. So we have that. Then on Saturday we pause the competition at 6:00. We do a Blue Blaze Award. We try to honor somebody who has helped progress bluegrass and carry on that bluegrass tradition. And this year the recipient is the Poe Ramblin' Boys. And you may not have heard their name, but most people have heard them.
Okay.
If you go to East Tennessee, which most of us in this area visit Gatlinburg at some time or another, back in the old Smoky Moonshine Holler, there's a band that's playing back in there. This band got their start back in there.
Okay.
And they are a 10-year-old band that has worked, and they have now, have different CDs and albums. And last year they were IBMA Entertainer of the Year nominee.
Wow.
And so the Poe Ramblin' Boys, it's neat because they have that small town root that's just expounded.
And sounds like they worked hard.
And they are good.
Yeah.
They are good. So that's at 6:00. And then our final event on Saturday night is always the Grand Fiddle Off. So we have the...
Oh, and it's good, too.
We have the winner of the junior, and this year it's junior traditional bluegrass fiddler and the senior traditional bluegrass fiddler. The winners of those come together. We do a coin toss if we can ever find a coin when we're on stage. We have a problem with that every year. But we do a coin toss, see who goes first, and they each play 3 songs, a waltz, a breakdown, and a song of their choice. And so then the other one plays, and we determine who the Grand Fiddle Champion is. And with the help of Darren Vinson of Daly and Vinson, the last, I can't tell you how many years, the Grand Fiddle Champion has been able to go and perform on the Opry stage.
Wow.
And so 2 years ago, our Grand Fiddle Champion was our youngest ever. His name was Noah Goebel from Elkton, Kentucky. And he was 13 years old.
Holy smokes.
And that's saying he's the best at our event.
Yeah.
And he got to go and perform on the Opry stage as a 13-year-old.
That's unbelievable.
And his future is super bright.
Him and Marty Stewart, the only two.
Yep.
I mean, Marty Stewart was about that young when he got on the Opry stage. I'm sure there's some others, but...
Deanie Richardson's another one. She's the fiddler for Sister Sadie. She won our National Championship of Country Musician Beginners Fiddle, and she got to go perform on the Opry. Now she's a part of Sister Sadie. She's been named Fiddle Player of the Year by IBMA multiple times.
Holy smokes.
And her first step on the Opry stage as a performer was through the Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree.
That's great. You're getting a lot of people started in what could turn out to be a whole career for them.
Exactly right.
That's amazing.
And so it's exciting. We've not just that, we've got craft booths set up. around the square.
And those are all, and correct me if I'm wrong, those are all traditional Appalachian style crafts.
They are traditional Appalachian style crafts. Now we've modernized a little bit, but we try to stick primarily to handmade crafts.
Yes.
Just to be pure to our existence and to our background and tradition. And so we have over 150 vendors come to this event for 2 days and able to set up their product and visit with people and make friends and come back again next year, hopefully.
One of my favorite things to see too, though, is people just meeting each other. They're artists. They like to play. They're musicians, and they'll sit under a shade tree and just pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good stuff too. The
break-off sessions,
little impromptu concerts that you walk by.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff. The Smithville Fiddlers Jamboree's next week, guys. What's the website people go to for more info?
Yeah, for more info, you can visit us on Facebook or on Instagram. And you can go to smithvilljamboree.com and find more information about that. You can contact us. We are a nonprofit organization, and we operate basically on donations and advertising and marketing. We have great partnerships. We want to thank SRM Concrete, Hyundai of Cookeville. Y'all seen their big flag lately?
Seen it, yeah, it's big,
cool. DTC Communications, and then we have many other.
WCT, are they still going to carry it this year?
They have it. DTC does. And DTC does it from live, from start to finish. You can find that on DTC3.tv. You can find it on Facebook, and then they also put it on YouTube Live.
Awesome. And that's your local.
Yeah.
That's local.
Yeah.
And they keep it on stage all the time. But we appreciate y'all's sponsorship or your support.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, we love the Smithville Jamboree, guys. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Sean, it was great to see you. Hadn't seen you in a minute.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, too. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll see you back here on Monday. Hope you have a great rest of your day and an awesome weekend. Bye now.
Bye.